and looking ahead in a scoring opportunity, it looks like, for the Broncos before the intermission. But what do you see? Which direction is it going as far as strategy for these two head coaches?
You felt that out, what the game plan was coming, and then I would expect Denver to play more zone. They've gotten killed in man in this first half so far.
2nd and 10. Each team with a timeout remaining. Again, they get him rolling out and throwing. And almost
would have had 2 catches if somebody else wasn't playing safety today.
But Lewis is down. Again, Lewis getting the start. One drops back. Pocket is clear, and Nix has his target. By Denver. That is their last.
Just a little too soft. Epinesa gets chipped, and he runs with Ingram up top, which leaves a huge window for Nix to see in. But that ball is...
First half, you said he was one of your X factors, along with McLaughlin.
Nice, you're exactly right. Those two have to create some plays that are a little outside with...
So Broncos got out of that 1st and 20, and here they come in after Nix. He just throws it toward Ingram because Ed Oliver broke up the whole play, wrecked the play.
He did, and we've been waiting to see. It takes a while coming back. Teams play sideline defense. They don't want you to get it out of bounds. I'd send someone right downfield if the safety's there to make the outcut.
On 2nd and 10, he's rolling, planting, going. Here you go, Tony, to the end zone. They got it! What a call! It's Humphrey. To you, Tony, for taking that shot on 2nd down. You said you always feel like you can do it. They did it, and they were rewarded. Lutz with the extra point. 7-point lead for Denver. We're back in 30.
To throw it all the way back across the field on a backup safety. Genius.
Little Jordan Humphrey only had 1 touchdown in the regular season. He's got 1 here in the post. As Davis gets it to about the 30.
Wow.
Yeah, Bills go dry here.
Aggressive here.
Yeah. No kneel down. No timeouts. Tried to load it up. Better head to the sideline if he wants another play. Oh, lost the football. Aggressiveness like that right before the half with no timeouts.
I've been saying it for years. It just hasn't happened in a really, really long time. But when you run a play, are you going to score a touchdown? No. But they could get the ball with a mistake.
Over.
That ends.
That streak ends, and it may result in 3. 50 yards it is. Lutz to end the half with a Denver 10-point lead. 10 points in the final 22 seconds. Denver with 10 points in the final 22 seconds to take that big lead. And right now, let's take a look at perfect pairs.
Because Buffalo matches in nickel. They stay small. I'd continue that.
Here's the Lutz kick to start the 3rd quarter. And it's Davis looking for an opening. It doesn't exist. And he's swarmed down at the 34. And Tracy caught up with Sean Payton earlier. Have had massive comebacks during the season. As the first play goes to Cook, and look at that defense. Pounce on him right away, including P.J. Locke. In that first half, you look.
It's been outstanding. A lot of pressure on Josh Allen on this drive now.
Who will take the snap from McGovern, the starter who has returned. And look at Cook, line up right behind the right guard. Here they come, and they fumble again. They got to him from behind with Benito. And the recovery, and Roach, who's had several big plays, has a recovery.
Shakir's supposed to chip him, and he actually pushes him. You're supposed to push him back into. Shakir pushes him around the edge so Dawkins can't get there. And that allows packages all at the line of scrimmage and completely the last 10 minutes. I mean, how many on the play clock? 3 minutes of real time in the game?
Well, how about 2 fumbles in 3 snaps going back to the last Buffalo play of the first half, and this the 2nd play of the 3rd quarter. Minus 3, but still had that 14-3 record. Here's a 1st and 10. Out of the backfield they go. Harvey. He is hit and goes on. Milano did not get him down. So gain all the way down to the 11-yard line.
What a job by Harvey to extend the play. That is not easy to do when Milano's out there storming in on you. But keep having plays at home with your defense. Huge.
2nd and 4. Can they hold them to a field goal? Here is the tackle by Taron Johnson. Harvey picks up just a yard. He has such an oddity of all the sacks that Denver put up this year. Best of them. Here's a 3rd and 3, just outside the 10. McLaughlin's in the backfield. They toss it to him. McLaughlin. Bills are waiting for him, and he was able to slip through one tackle, but not a second, as Walker ends it. 4th and 4. Is this a draw? An offsides draw attempt, or is this another roll of the dice here?
I always thought Sean Payton was going to do something a little bit different today. Remember the... Ready!
Yeah, it's not there.
You called it.
So they're able, the Bills defense...
Delay of game, offense, 5-yard penalty, 4th down.
To buckle down and hold them to a field goal attempt.
Success in the playoffs, and that's really what you're trying to do the fundamental things correct, and they are winning that battle by a large margin so far.
Sean Payton said to his team this week on Friday at practice, be brilliant at the basics. And there's Lutz, and that's just inside the right upright, and good. Perfect.
Without a turnover?
427 snaps without a turnover, and then 2 of his last 3. Davis, who had a 97-yard return for a touchdown this year against Houston. No chances by Buffalo. This was a game changer at the time. Up 7-3 and driving. And then right before the half, and then right out of the half, 2 plays.
Not time for him to be a hero yet. If you feel it, that is a mental strain. He's been here before, but this is a lot right now. Stick with Cook. Don't just put it on his shoulders yet. It's not time. It's still a 2-possession game. So
13 points off the turnovers, the difference in the game right now. First down, it comes over, and it's through the hands of Cook. I mean, they're running the ball effectively with Cook already.
Well, I didn't love shotgun there.
11 for 57.
On everybody, especially when you give them a lead.
Shotgun instead. He's got time. Flips it, got it. Kincaid's first catch, and he adds some rack yardage to it, and the Bills pick up a first down.
Boy, did they need that.
They do go back to Cook, and Cook waits for something to open up. Not much there. Singleton, who was the one who knocked it loose from Cook in that first half. Got an open man. Kincaid again, and he bounces.
Moving the defense, special to get him in this situation.
There they go, pushing the head, and it looks like he's got the first, which will be the 4th time. It is the first. 4th time that has worked. First and 10. Again. Oh, what a hit by Hufanga on Knox, who somehow held on for an 8-yard gain. To the party, talking about Hufanga. His presence is felt. Look at Cook making his presence felt as he had to reclutch the football with Locke trying to strip it away from him. A rush of 11 in the red zone.
Pressure.
Pass away, and 4th catch of the game for Shakir. Goes for 9.
Big time tackle by Riley Moss. This is all out pressure. They're coming after him, so you have the whole field to cover, and Riley Moss saves a touchdown.
1 I saw Keon Coleman is in here. Kincaid on a wing, quick toss. It's Coleman, sidesteps the defender and slides in for the touchdown. Keon Coleman.
Than that.
So Prater with the extra point. And the kick is good. Make it a 6-point lead now for.
You handle that with your season always right on the line, and it's like he showed the first one. Now he's got an opportunity to do number 2.
There's going to be a lot of nerves in that final quarter.
You're not kidding.
For these.
Jim, you see safety Cam Lewis back out there. He was dealing with cramping at the end of that first half, got an IV, but the altitude is a real thing here. Buffalo this week didn't want to make a big deal of it, but the players did use an altitude chamber. They hydrated as much as possible, and I can tell you this.
Lewis.
Ready.
had a good first half and missed that touchdown before the intermission because he was injured. There's Milano on Harvey, and Bishop comes over to assist, and they hold him to about 5.
Yeah, Detroit. This is it, Bo, right here. These third downs. He did an incredible job at the end of the first half.
Again,
but you got to keep doing it.
They lost Pat Bryant on the first drive, out with a concussion, and now it's confirmed that Troy Franklin hamstring will not return. So they're down 2 important. On 3rd and 5. Bills rush 4. Pass is intercepted. Oh, look at one of the linemen just jump up and take it out of the air.
Side. Fake from the left, come from the right, and you think someone's coming, so you got to throw it, and you didn't have to. That's that tension that builds up inside of you that Bo has handled so well today. There's no one around him. You don't need to throw this ball right now. A lot of game left. Reset.
Taken over at the 36. Little pass behind the line of scrimmage, and the Broncos are wise to it. Macmillan made the play.
Poised veteran after he had 2 turnovers of his own. You got to be able to put that aside and come back.
2nd and 14. Deep ball down the field, and he is intercepted by Locke. Locke jumps right in front of the receiver and takes it right back. 3 of those turnovers committed by Buffalo, as Allen was trying to hit Curtis Samuel inside the 10-yard line. There's play action with Nix throwing it in the direction of Troutman, incomplete.
And here's the adjustment. Buffalo's blitz, but Josh Allen's got to calm his stuff right now. He's trying to get too much too quick. Right?
Locke did not become a starter until December 21st when Brandon Jones went out for the season with an injury. Here's Bishop running over laterally to make the tackle at the 40-yard line. Gloflin held to a short gain, and now it's 3rd.
And that's like, hey, if they get down in here, take a shot downfield, but I wouldn't want him to progress and read this out. This is going to be the toughest look he's seen all day.
3rd and 8. Pass over to Mims. Slips back.
Peyton did it. Watch this. You're guarding the back. You're going to get all this pressure from over here. So let's see if Bishop can get there. No. You free released him to a 4-man side. Genius play call.
Boy, Mims, the Bills 41. Go back up the middle, and Harvey restricted for only a yard. Russo on him right away. Hey, light your torch and be a part of this historic moment as Survivor returns for a milestone 50 Super Bowl 60. Been 10 years since they had a home game postseason, and they lead by 6 late 3rd.
Another pressure.
Bozo's coming after him, and that pass wide of the mark coming for Prentice.
That's why you got to be prepared. Like at the end of the half. How many cool trick plays do you got, Sean Payton? I think at some point it's going to be on Bo Nix right here. Stand in and deliver. Watch out for him coming. Oh, other side, overload.
And Bosa backs off also as Nix in traffic just flings it.
What happened is Bidet just missed his block up the middle.
Got an interesting decision coming up here. Again, in this thin air, 58 yards is not a big deal, which could give you the 2-score lead, but they're going to go punt here.
Wow. Alert fake, Jim. Tell everybody fake, fake, fake.
Crawshaw, the punter. Rookie from the University of Florida. It's a true punt. End over end. And sure, Hall of Fame quarterbacks in the building that day, and one of them was sitting just above. You see Shanahan and Odoms. It was took in the game from the upper deck. Of course, you had Elway as the general manager in the building, and had Brady and Manning on the field.
This is what they're in. This is how they're going to do this under center. You're right, Jim. What a great story about being there for that game. Were you there for that game?
With Wynn in his last game, there he was before the game having a word with Josh Allen. Peyton's son Marshall's a big Josh Allen fan, and he brought his
almost double the yards per play under center today. Keep with it.
Cook got 7 on first down. He's got about 2.5 with this one. And guess what's coming up on 3rd down foot?
Well, it's almost like
and you bring in Gilliam for the occasion.
Yeah,
we'll shift back.
Best pusher we've seen today.
4 for 4 so far on these close range situations, and that one again.